And while you are setting up your planner, I tell you a story about something that I was working on in class, a lesson plan, something to share, and I definitely want to hear your stories and lesson plans in the comments below. I am a assistant teaching professor at an R2 university. Typically I have a 4-4 load, but this semester I actually had 3 classes, all the same section of an intro kind of level project-based writing class. Let's talk finals. So, being in the university, higher education environment, finals week, of course, is a stressful time for my students and kind of a busy time, of course, as a professor. But for me, my class is hybrid, which means we actually don't have a designated finals block. So what I ended up doing this semester that led to a very stress-free finals week for me as well as for my students was actually giving them basically 3 options. And if students were already happy with their grade, then they didn't have to do anything. Otherwise, they could basically spend their time either revising a project or something that I called a super extension. So leading up to this finals week, there are big kind of final papers and reports were actually due a couple weeks ago. And so I had all of those, graded, and students knew if they wanted to revise that or not and had a pretty good sense of what their final grade was going to be heading into right this week. And I did have quite a few people, choose to submit revisions, which I love. It's great. They could get up to full credit on the original project, plus these couple extra points for doing the revisions that really, and their work improved because fixing your work and applying more things that you have learned over the semester makes things better and helps solidify our concepts. So I really loved that, and I definitely am going to continue offering that at the end of the semester. I think it just represents a really nice culmination, right, of everything that they've learned and how they are able to improve kind of on their work. The other thing that they were able to submit on Tuesday was what I called a super extension, and that just allows them to turn in any previously skipped project. So 10% of people actually went about using that super extension. And so, there's definitely, when I talk about this option and, just conversations with other faculty, a common thing is, oh my gosh, well, are people going to abuse it? Are you going to get so many submissions at the end and be overwhelmed? And well, the answer is about 10% of my roster opted to go back and turn in something that they had previously skipped to improve their grade. So overall, I definitely feel like this finals week, loved it. I was the least stressed of any finals week I have ever been. I'm really happy with the outcomes for my students. I feel really confident in what they learned. I think they feel confident in what they learned, just based on the people that did submit some of those final projects. And I think overall, I would definitely do it again.